What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, January 7th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Bohemian Rhapsody and Green Book won the Golden Globe Awards for Best Drama Film and Best Comedy or Musical Film in Los Angeles Sunday night. Rhapsody star Rami Malek earned the honor for Best Actor in a Drama Film, and Glenn Close won the trophy for Best Actress in a Drama Film for her work in The Wife. Mahershala Ali went home with the Best Supporting Actor in the Film prize for his performance in Green Book. Nick Vallelonga, Brian Curry, and Peter Farrelly shared the Best Screenplay Award for writing the movie. Regina King was named Best Supporting Actress in a Film for her turn in If Beale Street Could Talk. Christian Bale was voted Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical Film for his work in Vice, and Olivia Colman won the Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical Film category for The Favorite. Alfonso Cuarón won the Best Director honor for helming Roma, which was also named Best Foreign Language Film. Shallow from A Star Is Born, it was deemed Best Song, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was voted Best Animated Movie. The Americans and the Kominsky Method won the Globes for Best TV Drama and Comedy, respectively. Michael Douglas took home the statuette for Best Actor in the TV Comedy for his performance in the Kominsky Method, and Rachel Brosnahan was named Best Actress in a TV Comedy for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Richard Madden went home with the Best Actor in a TV Drama prize for his performance in Bodyguard, and Globe ceremony co-host Sandra Oh won the Best Actress in a TV Drama award for Killing Eve. The Assassination of Gianni Versace, an American Crime Story, was declared Best Limited Series or TV Movie, and its star Dan Criss won Best Actor in a Limited Series or TV Movie. Patricia Arquette received the Best Actress in a Limited Series or TV Movie prize for her work in Escape at Dannemora, and Ben Whishaw won the accolade for Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or TV Movie for his turn in A Very English Scandal. Patricia Clarkson scored the Best Supporting Actress in a Limited Series or TV Movie trophy for Sharp Objects. Carol Burnett was presented with the Special Globe for Career Achievement in Television. In a related story, the inaugural Carol Burnett Award for Special Achievement in Television was presented to its namesake at the Golden Globe Awards ceremony in Los Angeles Sunday night. In accepting the honors with tears in her eyes, the 85-year-old entertainer recalled being raised by her grandmother to love films, and then when it became available, television. She says, regardless of the medium, what fascinated me was the way the stars on the screen can make people laugh or cry, or sometimes both, and I wish and I hope that maybe, just maybe someday, I could have the chance to do the same thing. Well, those childhood dreams came true. She says she is very proud that people still seems to connect to the Carol Burnett Show, a variety program that featured a live orchestra and dancers and dozens of costumes each episode. Initially ran from 1967 to 1978. Burnett also says she didn't think the show could get made today since it would likely be too expensive and have so many other series to compete with. She says today's audience might never know what they are missing, so here's to reruns and YouTube. What has remained the same for every person who's lucky enough to be on television is the belief that we have been given the opportunity to do something special. Burnett was the first woman to host a variety sketch show and also the first woman to win both the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor and the Kennedy Center Honors. Awkwafina is being eyed to star in Sony's planned sequel to 2017's Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Awkwafina is in final negotiations to join the action comedy, which will feature the return of cast members Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan. The actress and rapper's potential role in the sequel is being kept under wraps, but is described as being significant. Jay Kasdan is returning to direct based off a script written by Kasdan, Scott Rosenberg, and Jeb Pickner. The sequel will arrive in theaters in December. Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which was worked as a sequel to 1985's Jumanji, starring Robin Williams, featured 4 high school students trapped in a new video game version of the titular board game. The students transform into characters that resemble Johnson, Hart, Black, and Gillian and navigate a dangerous jungle in order to beat the game and return home. Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle earned $962 million worldwide and was Sony's highest-grossing film of all time in the United States. Awkwafina, who's best known for starring in Crazy Rich Asians and Ocean's 8, will next be seen in Sundance Film Festival projects The Farewell and Paradise Hills. The producers of Black Panther, BlacKkKlansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, Crazy Rich Asians, The Favorite, and Green Book are among the nominees for the Producers Guild of America's Top Film Prize. Also nominated for the Darryl F. Zanuck Award for Outstanding Producer of Theatrical Motion Pictures are the producers of A Quiet Place, Roma, A Star is Born, and Vice. Shortlisted for the award for Outstanding Producer of Documentary Motion Pictures are the producers of The Dawn Wall, Free Solo, How, Into the Okavango, RBG, Three Identical Strangers, and Won't You Be My Neighbor. Nominated for the award for Outstanding Producer of Animated Theatrical Motion Pictures are the producers of Dr. Seuss The Grinch, Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Vying for the Norman Felton Award for Outstanding Producer of Episodic Television Drama are the teams behind The Americans, Better Call Saul, The Handmaid's Tale, Ozark, and This Is Us. Competing for the Danny Thomas Award for Outstanding Producer of Episodic Television Comedy are the producers of Atlanta, Barry, Glow, The Good Place, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. The nominees for the David L. Wolper Award for Outstanding Producer of Limited Series Television are the producers of The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, Escape of Dannemora, Maniac, The Romanovs, and Sharp Objects. Winners will be announced at a ceremony in Los Angeles on January 19th. HBO has released a teaser trailer that features nude scenes from Game of Thrones Season 8, Big Little Lies Season 2, and Watchmen. Daenerys Targaryen, played by Emilia Clarke, and Sansa Stark, played by Sophie Turner, meet for the first time as Jon Snow, played by Kit Harington, stands by in the Game of Thrones footage released Sunday as part of the teaser during the Golden Globe Awards. Sansa says to Daenerys, "Winterfell is yours, your grace." For Big Little Lies, Celeste Wright, played by Nicole Kidman, and Madeleine Martha McKenzie, played by Reese Witherspoon, appear to be part of a police lineup as they hold up numbers next to other women. Mary Louise Wright, played by Meryl Streep, is also featured asking questions. In the Watchmen preview, masked police officers are standing guard among other masked individuals. Watchmen from executive producer Damien Lindelof will not be a retelling of the Watchmen graphic novel and will feature new characters set in the same world. HBO also teased a number of returning shows and new series coming in 2019, including True Detective, Euphoria, Veep, and Barry, among others. The 8th and final season of Game of Thrones is set to premiere on HBO in April. Wendy Williams announced this weekend on Instagram that she plans to go back to her talk show later than expected. She was initially slated to return Monday, but her most recent social media post indicates that she needs more time to recover from a recent health issue. Williams' Instagram account said Saturday Wendy Williams will be returning with all new episodes of The Wendy Williams Show on Monday, January 14th, 2019. After fracturing her shoulder, Wendy is on the mend and wants to return pain-free and be 200%, delivering the best show that millions of viewers tune in to watch. Williams' show has been on hiatus since December 20th. The author and TV personality apologized last month for slurring her words on the air, explaining that she had suffered a painful hairline fracture in her upper arm. The 54-year-old author and comedian also announced last February that she has been diagnosed with Graves' disease and hyperthyroidism. The upcoming 6th season of History Channel's drama Vikings will be its last. Season 5 is to wrap up January 30th, and Season 6 is expected to debut later this year, and the series finale likely to air 2020. Vikings writer-producer Michael Hirst is in talks to create a companion series set in the same medieval Scandinavian world, however. Through the years, the cast of Vikings have included Travis Fimmel, Catherine Winnick, Clive Standen, Jesse Ann Killis, Guff Stasgar, Gabriel Byrne, Donald Logue, Alexander Ludwig, Linus Roach, and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Loosely based on the Norse legend, the drama initially focused on Fimmel's hero, Ragnar Lothbrok, who was killed off in Season 4. The show has since followed the adventures of his family and crew. Netflix has released a 2-minute trailer for its upcoming animated series, Carmen Sandiego. The message reads, accompanied Friday's preview on YouTube, Everybody asks, where is Carmen Sandiego? But nobody asks, who is Carmen Sandiego? The clip introduces Carmen as a highly skilled thief who only steals from other thieves. Jane the Virgin actress Gina Rodriguez lends her voice to the titular globetrotting heroine, and Stranger Things alum Finn Wolfhard is her sidekick player. The show is scheduled to premiere on January 18th. Carmen Sandiego began as a computer game series that followed the thief as she traveled the world in search of treasure. The series later inspired a game show, a book series, and a television series, which ran for 4 seasons on Fox from 1994 to 1999. Justin Timberlake is back on tour after he delayed multiple concerts from October to December due to suffering from bruised vocal cords. Timberlake announced on Instagram Thursday that he is back and set to perform in Washington, D.C. on Friday. The singer said in a video alongside a caption that reads, "And we're back. First of all, Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Second of all, DC, we're here. We're excited. Can't wait. Excited. Y'all ready?" Timberlake began touring in March in support of his 5th studio album titled Man of the Woods. He started to postpone shows in October due to bruised vocal cords, including concerts in New York and Los Angeles. Timberlake in December then announced that he was postponing the remainder of his 2018 dates on doctor's orders as he continues to rest his voice. The bruised vocal cords also forced the pop star to give a silent appearance on The Tonight Show in November, where he relied on cue cards to communicate. Ed Sheeran will be heading to trial to face a copyright lawsuit claiming the singer copied Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On his 2014 song, Thinking Out Loud. The estate of Ed Townsend, who co-wrote Gaye's 1973 hit Let's Get It On, filed a lawsuit in August 2016 and stated that Sheeran repeatedly used elements from the song in Thinking Out Loud. New York federal judge Louis Stanton rejected on Thursday Sheeran's request to dismiss the lawsuit, ruling that a jury should decide the singer's liability and the associated music companies behind Thinking Out Loud. Stanton did not decide whether or not sheet music deposited with the Copyright Office or a sound recording of Let's Get It On will be used to evaluate similarities between the two tracks. Stanton wrote in his ruling, "Not only are there substantial similarities between several of the two works' musical elements, but an ordinary observer might experience the aesthetic appeal of both works as the same." He continued, "Even without considering the bass line and drum parts, which are not present in the LGO deposit copies, the question of whether the TOL infringes on the LGO should be determined by trial rather than summarily." Sheeran has previously settled copyright claims over his song Photograph and a track he co-wrote with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill titled The Rest of Our Life. Chris Stapleton, Cardi B, and Tim McGraw are among the artists scheduled to perform during the 2019 RodeoHouston event, also known as the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Casey Musgraves, Prince Royce, Brooks and Dunn's, Luke Bryan, Turnpike Troubadours, Panic at the Disco, Old Dominion, Camila Cabello, Luke Combs, Zed, Kane Brown, Los Tigres del Norte, Zach Brown Band, Kings of Leon, Santana, Cody Johnson, Brad Paisley, and George Strait are also part of the event's lineup. RodeoHouston will run from February 25th until March 17, with a different artist performing on each day. Strait will bring the festivities to a close at the NRG Stadium on March 17 alongside special guests Lyle Lovett and Robert Earl King. RodeoHouston also features livestock, rodeo events, and a barbecue competition. Tickets go on sale on January 10th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. 21 Savage's I Am More I Was is the number 1 album in the United States. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 date Saturday is A Boogie with the Hoodies, Hoodie SZN, followed by Michael Bublé's Christmas at number 3, the soundtrack to the film A Star is Born, and the soundtrack to the movie The Greatest Showman at number 4 and number 5, respectively. Rounding out the top tier are Meek Mill's Championships at number 6, Nat King Cole's The Christmas Song at number 7, Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas at number 8, Kodak Black's Dying to Live at number 9, and Travis Scott's Astroworld at number 10. Jason Momoa's superhero adventure Aquaman is the number one movie in North America for a third consecutive weekend, earning an additional $30.7 million in receipts, Box Office Mojo announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Escape Room with $18 million, followed by Mary Poppins Return at number 3 with $15.8 million, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse at number 4 with $13 million, and Bumblebee at number 5 with $12.8 million. Rounding out the top tier are The Mule, number 6 with $9 million, Vice at number 7 with $5.8 million. Second Act at number 8 with $4.9 million. Ralph Breaks the Internet at number 9 with $4.7 million. And Holmes and Watson at number 10 with $3.4 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1947, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is the number one song on the U.S. pop charts. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen because of the 1824 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, aka 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. But your knowledge of Rudolph, the most famous reindeer of all, comes courtesy of a department store copywriter named Robert L. May. May's songwriting brother-in-law who set his words to music, and the sing cowboy who made a household name of May's creation. The story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer begins in 1939 at Montgomery Ward, the Chicago-based retail and catalog giant. Seeking a cheaper holiday getaway that the children's coloring books they had purchased and distributed in years past, Montgomery Ward asked its own marketing department to create a new and original Christmas storybook from scratch. The task fell to May, a family man with a 4-year-old daughter. The story that May wrote was given away to more than 2 million Montgomery Ward customers in 1939. It was not until May's brother-in-law adapted the story into a song almost 10 years later, however, that Rudolph truly entered the national consciousness. May's brother-in-law was a professional songwriter named Johnny Marks, best known for works like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree in 1958 and A Holly Jolly Christmas in 1962. In addition to Rudolph, in 1949, Mark's song found its way to radio legend Gene Autry, the original singing cowboy, whose recording of Rudolph sold more than 2 million units in its first year alone, on its way to becoming the second most successful Christmas record in history after White Christmas. It is at this point of the story of Rudolph whose Wendos with the nose with legal issues began to wonder who owned the rights to the beloved Christmas story and money-making juggernaut. And in fact, as a paid employee of Montgomery Ward, author Robert L. May had no legal claims whatsoever to an ownership stake in Rudolph. Furthermore, May was a widow or single father in 1947, facing enormous debts as a result of his wife's terminal illness. Yet, in a twist that will boggle the minds and warms the hearts of those hardened to the ways of modern American capitalism, the president of Montgomery Ward, one Sewell Avery, signed over to Robert L. May 100% of the Rudolph copyrights in January 1947. May lived comfortably on the royalties from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer until his death in 1976. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, January 7th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.